Hey beauties, if you guys want to know how I got this gorgeous gray faux lock hairstyle, just stay tuned and watch this video and I will show you guys all the details so that you can rock some gray locks just like me. Stay tuned. I already have this section of my hair parted like out how I want, like basically the section that I'm going to make the dread extension with is already out. I've already went through and done the rest of my hair, so I'm just gonna go in and pretty much braid this. Now you can use pretty much like braiding hair if you want to. You can use that and go ahead and braid your hair with braiding hair if your hair is shorter. And if you have hair that is pretty much like shoulder length or like I want to say past your cheekbone, you can pretty much use your own hair to basically do this hairstyle. Now I don't like to use braiding hair just because my hair is so long. I prefer to just use my real hair. I don't have a relaxer in my hair. It's just that this was heat damaged last year from a really bad leave out during the summer. So that's why this is more wavy in the front as opposed to kinky like the rest of my hair. And you just want to take your hair, if you don't know how to braid, I'm sure you can Google how to braid, but you just want to take one section and divide that into three sections, and then just go ahead and pretty much start braiding your hair. Just braid. So now that I have my braid, as you see, I'm looking wow, but yeah, I got one braid here. And what you want to do is you're going to pretty much need a comb and some grease or whatever, or like some type of moisturizer, eye protections or whatever. You're going to take your hair. Now I'm using the So originally I had planned to do dreadlocks that were gray, but I was gonna order the hair online, but you know what, no, whatever, we're gonna talk about that after. So I've been doing the ones in the front thicker and the ones in the back smaller, just because I have a lot of hair, so it usually takes me a very long time to do this. So I like to just like, to save time, do them bigger. Now I like to do mine super small because they last long, and like if you see in the back when I show you guys, the ones in the back are very small compared to the ones at the top. The ones at the top are very thick, but I actually like the thicker look. I think it just kind of brings out the style a little bit more, especially when you got a nice deep face like this. Now, usually on my skinny dreads, I'll use one piece of hair. I'll use two pieces of hair as such, just like this. That's all you need for one dread. However, the thicker you want your dread, the more hair you're going to use. Now, because I want the ones thicker in the front, I'm using 4 pieces of hair. And I just took those 2 pieces of hair, put those next to each other, just like such. And you just want to kind of pull it out a little bit, get it kinky. The kinkier it is, like, it just wraps better when it's kinky for some reason. So from here, you just need to take pretty much your braid and do like such. And you want to pull it as hard as you possibly can around. Now I like to wrap clockwise. So you just want to take this, and then what I do is frizz it up a little bit. You want to frizz like that, and wrap it around as tight as possible. Now I know a lot of people be like, oh, my edges, don't pull too hard. My edges have never really been affected by me doing this style. Like, I do them really tight along my edges, and I don't lose edges. So if you have really fragile edges, try not to pull on it too tight. However, this style, if you're not using braiding hair under, like if you're not using braiding hair for your initial braid, it's really important that you wrap as tight as possible around the root, because that is going to give you the security that you need. That's what's going to stop them from sliding out. Also, I recommend that you do not use too much grease, oil, or moisture on the dreads that you'll be using on your edges, because they will slip out. Now, because of the tension that you use to pull on the front so much, you really want to make sure that it's secure. Like if you're going to be styling the front, putting it up in buns, or you know, whatever you'll have it, it's really, really important that you pretty much just make sure that the edges are secure. Now it's pretty much a wrapping method from here. So you just want to wrap. You just want to keep wrapping, just don't stop wrapping. Alright, so once you get to this point where like you where you run out of hair, you want to wrap it, like kind of just twist it. That's what I do. Then you want to take your lighter and go over it slightly. Now try not to do that too much, because the more you light it, the more the hair burns off and sheds. So try not to light your hair too much. Then where the part where your braid ends, or wherever your hair ends, or wherever you run out of hair, you want to just take the lighter and just kind of do that. That's just to secure that part, so that for some reason if it does come unraveled, your hair isn't coming out. So you just want to seal it by lightening it just a little bit. And you don't want to light the gray hair. If you're using like a bright color, especially if you're doing the gray, you don't want to light it too much, because if you light it a whole lot, the hair starts turning like brown, and that's really not a cute look for this hair like at all. Now to keep the same thickness going down, you're just going to take the 2 pieces of hair. Once again, take 2 pieces to give you just a little bit more thickness, because you can see if I just use one, it would be really thin. And I'm going for a more thicker look for this particular color, just to bring like emphasis of the color out. So I'm gonna take those 2. Now depending on how long it is, that depends on where you'll start like basically wrapping the hair. Now I want this to be really, really long, so I'm just gonna take this in. So like basically, because I want it to be so long, I'm going to use a little bit of hair at the top to keep it long, and this is just going to make sure that I'll be able to wrap it all the way down. Now, I've done this style so many times, so trust me when I say when you want them long, you only want to take a little bit of hair and basically just hold that. Now to keep it more secure, you should honestly frizz it up a little bit. I don't really usually do that, but you should do it just to keep it you know, intact. And then you just want to go ahead, like I said before, and kind of just like rough it up a little bit, you know. That's gonna give you that really secure wrap. And once you get that, now you can just pretty much go over and wrap. Now my technique is to wrap around clockwise, like I was saying before. Go up when you wrap and then come back down. And that is going to secure the lower part of your dread in place, so that you don't get any unraveling or you know, anything like that basically. And back to where we were at first, you just wanna go ahead and wrap. when you get to this part where you can like see the end, you just want to keep wrapping. Like, you just want to keep wrapping. Basically, when you run out of hair, start wrapping upward. Now, some people take this and they do the same thing, but they'll wrap upward. But no, I wrap upward, and once you have no hair left, you just want to do like we did earlier, and you're just gonna burn it, and then palm roll, palm roll, palm roll, palm roll, and you want to burn it some more. Just keep burning. This is gonna give you like those really like flawless ends. You don't want any strayaways at your end, and you really want to seal it so that it does not come out for no reason. So then after you do that, you just, and after you cut it, you want to burn it again. So just burn it, burn it, burn, and do the same thing. Palm roll. Now we're gonna go back up to the part where we had to add hair and burn that as well, just to secure that. I always go back and do that. Always do that. I'm trying to tell you, always secure the middle part and your ends, because that's what'll come unravel. And it really sucks when you start putting ponytails or buns in and you can't do, you know, what you want to do. So that is it. It's pretty much a wrap, seal, and burn method. This is the final look. This is my first time seeing myself. Oh, it is so cute. Oh my god. Now at this point, this is when you can pretty much go in and add all of those accessories. So like, oh yes, it is so lit. And you just want to bring your fingers through. Now when you get to this phase where you have a full head of hair and you're completely done and you've sealed all your ends, you can go ahead and like boil hot water and dip them in there. Now sometimes I do like to dip my dreads into hot water when using the Marley braiding hair, because when you dip your hair in the water, it gets it basically a lot loose. Like, it makes your dreads look like they've been in for a few months. They make them look a lot natural as opposed to how stiff they are now. But the stiffness will fade away just like as the weeks go by. Now basically, for some background information or whatever on this hairstyle, so it took 7 packs to achieve this. Now usually when I do my hair, it takes me about 8 to 10 packs, because I usually do them really small, like I said, and really long. But as you see, I did them a little bit bigger at the top. Yeah, I really like this hair because it kind of leaves that silky looking finish, and it's really soft. It does tend to shed a lot in the beginning, but after you wear it for a few weeks, the shedding will stop. And I also really like this hair because it wasn't that straight gray color. This gray actually has like a tint of black in it, and I'm sure you can see that the black in there. It definitely has some black in there, so that's why I really like this hair. I am loving these Faux Locs. Like, oh my god, I'm loving this color. So okay, but yeah, so it took about 7 packs of hair, and it took me about 2 days to do it. Now if you've never done this hairstyle before, I recommend that you block out an entire day to do it, just because it can be really tedious if you have long hair. It is a lot of wrapping. The longer you want your dreads, the longer it is going to take for you to get this style accomplished. If you cannot do it on your own, just pay somebody to do it, but I recommend that you just do it by yourself. That's just my word of advice. But yeah, and that's just pretty much how I achieved this look. Yeah, that's how I got this look here. And started, today is Tuesday, it's Tuesday night, and I started Monday evening actually, which I usually like to start at, what I normally do is I go through and I braid my entire hair, and I'll do like a bunch of little braids in my hair the night before. Then I'll lay it down like with a scarf, because it gets your edges like really soft and like just on fleek. And then after that, I'll go in the next day and I'll go ahead and start the wrapping method. But you can do it however you choose to do it. That's just what I normally do. However, this time, yesterday, I did everything in the same day. So I washed my hair, braided it, and then I just started wrapping. And today I only had like the top section of my hair to finish. So it really doesn't take that long. You just have to be patient. But thumbs up if you like this video, thumbs down if you don't. Remember, I don't care if you don't. Thumbs up if you like this video. Subscribe, comment, and let me know what you guys think. Are you feeling the gray, you know, or no, don't do that, Jay. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions, leave them below. You guys know I'm going to answer all your questions. And thank you for watching this video.